You just paid somewhere between $60,000 and $120,000 for a BMW or a Mercedes. You're sitting in German-engineered leather, you have a heads-up display, a 14-speaker sound system, adaptive cruise control that reads traffic half a mile ahead of you. And somewhere underneath all of that, you have 4 tires, each one a decision made not for your benefit, but for theirs. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean, and by the end of this, you're going to understand something about the car you're driving that the salesperson who took your money never mentioned once. Let's start with a question nobody asks at the dealership. Where is the spare tire on your BMW? There isn't one. BMW quietly began removing spare tires from its lineup starting in 2003 with the 5 Series and Z4. Within 4 years, every BMW model sold came without a spare wheel, without a jack, without tools. Mercedes followed the same path. Mini, which is owned by BMW, did the same. Today, according to Edmunds data, run-flat tires come standard on the majority of vehicles from all 3 of these brands. And the official explanation, the one printed in the brochures, the one the dealer tells you, is that it's for your safety and convenience. But here's what that explanation leaves out, and this is the part that should make you uncomfortable. Automakers in the United States are required by federal law to meet what are called CAFE standards, Corporate Average Fuel Economy Standards. Every pound of weight removed from a vehicle improves its fuel economy numbers. A spare tire, a jack, a lug wrench, together that's roughly 35 to 50 pounds that BMW is now not putting in the car. Multiply that across hundreds of thousands of vehicles, and those weight savings meaningfully move their fleet-wide fuel economy figures. This is documented by multiple automotive engineers and industry analysts who have noted that wherever weight can be saved, it will be under CAFE compliance pressure. Removing the spare costs BMW almost nothing and helps them meet government requirements. Your safety and convenience didn't make BMW remove that spare. Their regulatory math did. Now, here's where run-flat tires enter the story, because without a spare, BMW needed something to tell you, and run-flat tires are that something. The pitch is elegant. Run-flat tires have massively reinforced sidewalls that allow you to keep driving after a puncture for up to 50 miles at up to 50 miles per hour, giving you time to reach a service center. No spare needed, no dangerous roadside tire change. Peace of mind. And if the story ended there, maybe it'd be a reasonable trade-off. It doesn't end there. Here's what the brochure doesn't say. Run-flat tires cost between $150 and $500 per tire, according to Cost Helper data. That's roughly 35 to 200% more than a standard tire of comparable size and grade. On a typical BMW, you're looking at $800 to $1,600 to replace a full set of run flats, versus $400 to $700 for standard tires. On larger models with performance tire specs, the gap is even wider. But that's just the beginning of the cost problem. According to a J.D. Power owner survey, drivers replace their run-flat tires an average of 6,000 miles sooner than owners running conventional tires. The reason comes down to construction. To counteract the bone-hard ride that comes from massively reinforced sidewalls, manufacturers use a softer tread compound on run-flat tires. Softer compound grips better. Softer compound also wears faster. You're paying more for the tire and you're getting less life out of it. Now I need to tell you about the worst part, and this is the thing that infuriates BMW and Mercedes owners more than any other. If you get a nail in your run-flat tire, even a tiny nail, dead center in the tread, the most repairable puncture scenario possible, a significant number of tire shops will refuse to repair it. They'll tell you the tire must be replaced at $250 to $400 per tire.
Here's the actual truth, because this area is genuinely complicated. Every major manufacturer has a different policy. Pirelli, which supplies many BMW OEM tires, states that their run-flat tires are not repairable. Continental does not recommend repair of its self-supporting run-flat design. BMW's own owner's manual states that run-flat tires should not be repaired. Michelin permits one repair under strict conditions. The tire must never have been driven at zero pressure, the puncture must be in the tread area only, and it must be inspected by a certified technician. Bridgestone permits repair only if pressure never dropped below 15 psi. The challenge is that once a run flat has been driven on with low or no pressure, even for a short distance, the internal reinforcement structure begins to break down in ways that are invisible from the outside, which means most shops won't touch it regardless of manufacturer policy, because if that repair fails, they are liable. So a $15 repair that would take 20 minutes on a standard tire becomes a $350 replacement on a run flat. That's not a feature, that's a tax. And now I need to ask you something, because this is where it gets really interesting. Let's say you decide you've had enough of run flat tires. You want to switch your BMW to standard tires. Can you do that? Yes, technically, but here's what BMW engineering discussions and service data confirm. BMW's suspension on run-flat equipped vehicles is specifically tuned around the characteristics of run-flat tires. The stiffer sidewall of a run-flat changes how the car feels cornering inputs, and BMW's suspension calibration accounts for that. When you swap to standard tires, many drivers report a noticeably softer, more comfortable ride, which sounds like an upgrade, and often is. But you now have a car whose suspension was designed and tuned for a different tire type. If you switch, you must replace all 4 tires simultaneously. Mixing run flats with standard tires on the same vehicle creates asymmetric handling characteristics that can affect stability under hard braking or emergency maneuvers. And critically, your car no longer has a spare. If you switch to standard tires, you need to carry a portable inflation kit or be ready to call roadside assistance, because without a run flat, a puncture leaves you completely stranded. So here is an honest accounting of what you're getting with run flat tires. You gain no roadside tire change in the event of a puncture and slightly more trunk or floor space where the spare used to sit. You lose normal tire repairability in most real-world puncture scenarios, approximately 6,000 miles of tire life per set, somewhere between $300 and $900 more per replacement cycle depending on your model, and a firmer ride that many drivers describe as fatiguing over long distances, particularly on highway expansion joints and urban road imperfections. Is there a genuine case for run-flat tires? Yes, there is, and I want to be honest about it. If you drive frequently at night in unfamiliar areas, if you regularly travel alone in high-crime or remote locations where a roadside stop is a real safety concern, or if you have mobility issues that make changing a tire physically impossible, run-flat tires solve a real problem. According to accident statistics, someone is killed or seriously injured every 3 to 4 days in the United States while changing a tire on the side of the road. That's not a made-up number. That's a real risk that run-flat technology genuinely mitigates. But here's the question you weren't allowed to ask when you bought the car. Would you have chosen this trade-off yourself if you had been told up front? No spare tire because it saves the manufacturer weight and helps their fuel economy figures, tires that cost significantly more and last shorter, tires that most shops will replace rather than repair, even for minor punctures, a suspension tuned around tires you can't easily change, no jack, no tools. BMW and Mercedes built cars that work very well with run-flat tires. They also built cars where switching back to the choice you weren't given in the first place costs you time, money, and requires buying 4 new tires at once. The decision was made for you on the day the car was manufactured. The least they could have done was tell you why.